holding the hope of Germany to become the first country worldwide to have ever implemented a universal basic income. There weren't many people who gave me hope anyway. First and foremost, Janine Wissler, because I thought she would put democracy above personal power, finally. I'm stunned that I had my head cinema go there at all. But let's not talk about no implementation of democracy and pretend we are in a circus. And as long as I am personally benefiting from the selfish system in place, it shall be fine. Because I just don't have the heart nor the energy to deny the system. That is what most people are expecting in this moment in their lives. There was a membership vote within the political party Die Linke on whether to include a universal basic income into their political party program, and the membership vote result was positive. The members decided for including a universal basic income into the political party program to be run on as their go-to policy in the 2025 German parliamentary elections. And with that being the only political party to adapt a universal basic income proposal into their party program, and being the only political party to run on that fiscal policy idea, to separate the means of surviving or thriving from the means of employment. So there was a membership vote, and let's go ahead, let's scan through all the statements Janine Wissler and Martin Schödewan have publicly announced since then, and see whether the word universal basic income happens to be said. Surprise, it doesn't. And let's put that into the context about everything else we know about how the economic world operates. And as a female human, let's try to not be naive about this. Is this on purpose? No, I don't want to hear any excuses nor apologies that actually aren't any. Let's rather talk about all questions UBI, a topic discussed almost constructively and with an indecent love towards facts. And with that, welcome to BERLINF.U.N or Fun Berlin. Will data about income within Germany remain constant with the universal basic income? As a German-wide universal basic income would cost 1,087 billion euros. How to finance this, you can watch here, as well as here. As part of the financing for it, we tax all other income above the universal basic income with 35% that goes straight into the universal basic income pot. And that's a genuine question. Will that stay constant if everyone receives an unconditional basic income of 1,180 euros? So we can't speculate about this. The fact is that every fifth German, so 20% of Germany's workforce, work in the low-wage employment sector. So it's very much possible that people in that sector will cut down with their hours, but since they're earning a relatively small amount, the tax income that would be reduced by this is pretty much inconsiderable. So which social expenditures are not made any longer with the universal basic income? Also a genuine question. No social spending that is being done today will not continue with a German-wide universal basic income. This is a fiscal policy designed to make people's lives more social. The income tax, which under the new finance plan for Germany vary between 5 and 24%, continues to flow directly to the state treasury as it does today. And on top of that, VAT tax, etc. also remain for state budgets. We assume that consumption will increase slightly, not for bananas or oatmeals or diapers, but for luxury goods such as meat, flying and cars, the state will even have more budget than it has today. It is difficult to estimate how many German companies would survive a 2.5% annual non-cash levy. We would need more detailed information about all companies in Germany. That's enough information for another PhD thesis. Will a universal basic income cause inflation? Another genuine question asked. So hyperinflation happens when there are not enough goods within a country. So the word hyperinflation is in itself an economic trick, because what happened before World War II, which is usually used as an example of hyperinflation, was it was a famine. So there weren't enough goods in the country. I'd call it a famine rather than hyperinflation per se. But today in 2023, we all understand that Germany is too integrated into international trade to be seriously concerned about another famine, or as you would like to call it, hyperinflation. In addition, people won't buy more tampons or diapers, bananas, cereals, oat milk with a universal basic income. What might be realistic inflation will be set on luxury goods such as meat, flights and cars. What is the class-reducing element with a universal basic income? Another genuine question. The overall strategy aims at overcoming the overexploitation of nature, gender injustice, the inequalities between the global south and the global north. Atop of that, all human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. Everyone is entitled to all the rights and freedoms set forth in this declaration without distinction of any kind, such as race, color, sex, language, religion, political or other opinion, national or social origin, property, birth or other status. Everyone has the right to life, liberty and security of person. So a universal basic income would, in the classic sense, implement those international human rights articles. Does a universal basic income help resolve poor working conditions? Yes, through the freedom of not having to continue in the job and not having to negotiate a termination agreement with severance pay, or having to hope that the employer will fire you without notice so that you qualify for immediate social benefits. Are we working with a rent cap with the universal basic income? Yes. Should we talk about an EU variant? Is everyone admitting to talk about that there was a membership vote, a silent accomplice in keeping the world just as it is? Yes. I read posts about that the 4.9% in the last parliamentary election could never be realistic, as the feedback they receive on their info meeting points where they discuss topics close to Die Linke are overwhelmingly positive.
Please follow and subscribe, otherwise no UBI.
It'd just be a little different. Yeah.
I could see you and you with my human eyes.
Yeah, I could see you and you, my brothers, my sisters.
I could see you.
I see you all.
And you with my human eyes. I could see you.
Jump on the mic like, damn, I did it. Fuck critics. I can see I stood against all odds with it. Props, I get them. Sorta like a newborn with it. The way I flow.